Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog, it's not a vlog. I'll level with you right in front. It's not a vlog. It's a chat. We need to have a chat. This is something I have been skirting around for the last couple of episodes. You'll have noticed in several recent vlog episodes I've mentioned there being something I wanted to talk to you about, and then I've proceeded to not really talk about it, and it's because I've not been entirely sure what I wanted to do and what I was going to do about this whole situation. But it's been buzzing around in my head, and I think I've made up my mind what I'm going to do. So headline up front, and then I'll explain my reasons afterwards. And this, for most of you, this probably doesn't even seem like a big deal, but for me, it is quite a big decision because of what it means going forward. But in the next day or two, you will notice the name of the channel revert back to its previous name, Kevin Chapman, rather than the Chapman Family. Firstly, don't worry. Me and Anna aren't splitting up. I'm not leaving the family. The videos aren't going to change massively, although sometimes they will be a little bit different. But there's one big reason for the change, and then lots of little reasons that kind of pushed me over the edge into doing it now rather than adopting a wait and see approach. The big reason is, as I'm sure you're already aware, because I've made a couple of videos about it already, the changes that are coming to child focused content on YouTube from January, where, to cut a long story short, and I'll link to my previous video up there so where I explain it properly, but to cut a long story short, from January, any content that the YouTube algorithm deems targeted at children will no longer be eligible for monetization, for comments, for subscriber notifications. Effectively, if your content is aimed at children, then you can't do it as a job anymore, basically. So I've had lots of discussions with lots of people about what that means for this channel. I've spoken directly to YouTube, I've spoken to my management, I've spoken to other YouTubers, and we all kind of reached the same conclusion, which was, I don't think it's going to affect this channel, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see to know for sure. Because if you look at the actual wording of the thing, it shouldn't. We don't meet the criteria because our content is not aimed at children. It sometimes has young people in the videos, but none of those young people are children according to YouTube's definition. Amy is the youngest. She's 13. So even if I was making videos only about Amy for Amy's friends to watch, even then I would argue it's not aimed at children according to YouTube's own definition. And I think I don't even want to say probably, because it's so impossible to know. We've all seen how problematic YouTube can be with stuff like this. I think we probably would have been okay staying as the Chapman Family going forward, and we probably wouldn't have got caught up in it. But I'm not comfortable putting my family's livelihood at risk for probably. And I think, certainly as an outsider looking in, if you've never seen any of our content before, and you just making snap decisions about whether channels are aiming towards children or not. For example, if you're an algorithm, I think if it's a family vlog, and I know a lot of you are adults, and I think our audience does skew a little older than some of the family vlogging channels. But if you look at some of the really big family vlogs, they're pretty clearly aimed at children. Or even if they're not, even if they don't admit to the fact they're aiming their content at children, some of this stuff, I can't believe there are adults out there watching, we gave our daughter £100 to go and fill a trolley in Asda challenge, or I don't know, 24 hours locked in my basement challenge. That stuff's not being watched by adults, surely. If you are an adult watching it, I apologise. I don't mean to offend you, but I'm pretty sure that content, if everyone was being completely honest, is aimed at children. Now, we don't make that kind of content. We just vlog our daily family lives, or more specifically, I vlog my daily life, which, because I'm Andy's carer and because I'm at home all day, by its definition involves a lot of family stuff. And when we go out and do family days out and family holidays and stuff. There's lots of family stuff included. So that's kind of why we drifted towards the Chapman family name in the first place, because I thought it better encompassed the fact that it wasn't just about me, although it was my channel and I was the one making the videos, and I was the one holding the camera, and I was the one who, if I'm not there, the videos don't happen. So it wasn't quite the same as your traditional family vlog where maybe 2, 3, 4 members of the family will all hold a camera and all do parts of it. We were never like that. We were never a full family vlog, but because we did a lot of family stuff, it felt like a sensible change to do at the time. And hold my hands up, there was a little bit of cynicism behind it at the time of me thinking, well, family vloggers are more popular than fat guys with beards who sit in their garage. So if I just tweak the name of the channel a little bit, even if our content doesn't change, which it didn't and which it won't now, but even if our content doesn't change, the fact that we're now clearly a family vlog because we're called the Chapman Family is going to make people who perhaps wouldn't have given us a second thought before, because Kevin Chapman, I don't know who he is, I don't care what he's got to say. Oh, the Chapman Family, I like family vlogs. I was thinking at the time, subconsciously, I wanted to be associated with family vlogs because I wanted to bring some of those family vlog viewers over. But now that situation is completely reversed because of the changes YouTube are putting in place. And now I kind of don't really want to be associated with the other family vloggers. I am still going to vlog daily and it is still going to be about my family more often than not. But I don't want the association with the family vloggers who are aiming at kids, because that could lead to the algorithm tarring us with the same brush, which could lead to demonetization, comments being turned off. And I'm pretty confident, based on the conversation I've had with my YouTube rep, I'm pretty confident that if the algorithm did catch us, we'd be able to overturn the decisions on appeal and get remonetized anyway. But that system has always been far from ideal. When we had the not advertiser friendly issues like a year, 18 months ago, and we were in the situation where every single day our videos were demonetized, we would appeal them and then they'd be remonetized on appeal. But that's all well and good. It's fine, Kev, it all got sorted on appeal. Yay, you're all right. But that's not quite how it works, because certainly as a family vlog, a big chunk of our views every day come in the first 6 to 8 hours that a video is released. So we release a video at 5 p.m. I won't say most, but usually half to 3/4 of the views that video is going to get will come before bedtime that day. And the review process takes 24 hours. So what would happen was we'd release a video at 5 o'clock. It would get most of its views with no ads playing. And then YouTube would say, hey, good news, your video's suitable for adverts after all. But no one's going to watch it now because you've already released the next one. It's the nature of daily content in that system. It doesn't really work. And that's why for the longest time, we were earning almost no money from this channel for such a long time. And to the point where I would get comments like, Kev, all you care about is your Football Manager channel, even though you've got more subscribers on this channel and you get more views on this channel. And my mantra, my party line on that was always, yeah, that's because I don't earn any money from this one. I earn all my money from the other one. You don't earn money for subscribers or views. You earn money for if people watch adverts. And for a long time, adverts weren't playing on this channel when most people were watching the videos. Now, thankfully, that's not a situation that we've been in for a while now. And the channels are roughly even at this point. I would say they both earn roughly the same amount of money. And we've enjoyed that. We've gotten quite used to the fact that our income has not doubled, because I'm not earning as much on the Football Manager channel at this time of year as I was, let's say, 10 months ago. But our income last month was an awful lot higher than it was in September 2018, because we were getting paid for both channels this year, whereas last year we were only getting paid for one. And we've grown quite comfortable and happy and not worrying about money anymore. And I don't want to go back to the days where we're panicking about demonetization and paying the bills and all that other stuff, because it wasn't fun to live through. There were a number of times last year where we were a lot closer than we ever let on to having to pack it all in and me go back to work. I even talked about it when we were at Summer in the City this summer. how because this year I was at Summer in the City as a featured guest, YouTube and Summer in the City and all the sponsors are schmoozing us and whining and dining us and giving us free breakfast and free lunch and taking us out for dinner and all that kind of stuff. And I said to Amy, and I tweeted it out, that the previous year at Summer in the City, I was so skint that we could barely afford to buy food while we were there. We walked around Westfield Shopping Centre on the Friday night of Summer in the City last summer, so 2018, and we kept looking at places we quite like the look of, and then no, can't afford to eat there. I had the girls with me. As at the time a 36-year-old man, it was one of the lowest and most humiliating points of my life, having to say to my children who are old enough to understand that, yeah, I can't afford for us to eat there. And I know that's, I don't know, my privilege talking, because I know for some people that's a reality of day-to-day life, and I completely get that. But for me, it never has been, because I was a management level teacher person on good money, and before that I was a financial advisor on good money. I've lived in a world of good salaries and company pensions and company cars and all that kind of stuff, and I'd never had to say to my kids, I can't afford that. But well, okay, that's not strictly true. You know, if they ask for a pony, no, I can't afford that. If they ask to go to Florida, no, we can't afford that. But I'd never had to say to my kids before, no, we can't go and eat at Frankie and Benny's because I can't afford it. And to me, 2 years into, or it was a year into doing this, it was close, as close as I ever felt to thinking, you know, obviously this has failed. I've been doing it for however long I've been doing it. It's obviously not working. I'm completely skint. I can't even take my kids out for dinner anymore. I don't like this. But then a year on, and it's different because we've moved up a level in the YouTube side of things. Everything's free this year. And I said to Amy, it's mad because we're getting everything for free this year, and this year I can actually afford it. So I tweeted that out and just said who wants a free pizza, and I sent a pizza out to somebody because, you know, I thought I need to give something back here. I'll buy someone else dinner because I can afford to buy dinner this year, but I'm getting it for free. And it was, bottom line, I've gone down a rabbit hole here, but bottom line, I don't want to go back to where we were a year ago, where I can't afford to feed my kids, because that was rubbish, and I don't ever want to go there again. So if I have to tweak the name of the channel slightly in order to protect myself against that happening, it seems like a complete no-brainer. But I did mention there was that one big reason, and then some smaller reasons too, and there are some smaller reasons too. I think ever since this has been playing on my mind, my brain works in strange ways. You all know that about me by now. But ever since the idea has kind of entered my head, I've found that I've had a creative block with the phrase family vlog. It's been a block that I run into whenever I'm trying to make videos. It's really hard to explain it in a way that makes sense to a human being, because it doesn't fully make sense to me. But you'll have noticed some of the videos we've released over the last week, 10 days or so, have been very family vloggy, because I've kind of been having this internal battle with myself of, well, if we're gonna stay as a Chapman family, if we're family vloggers, then goodness me, we're gonna make some family vlogs. And then I make them, and I'm sat there editing them together, and I'm hating them, and I don't think they're very good videos. And you can pick them out. All the ones where I've ended the vlog the next day and said, oh, I forgot to end the vlog again. Honesty box time. What's actually happened there is I've got halfway through, 3/4 of the way through making that video, and I am hating it, and I'm hating what I'm doing, and I don't want to finish, and I've just put the camera away because I didn't want to do it. And then the next morning I've gone, no, come on, Kev, this is your job. Sort yourself out. Finish the video off, do the best you can with what you've got. We'll do a better job tomorrow. And then the same thing happens again. And I'm in this cycle of hate doing it. And I don't know why, because I don't know why I'm forcing myself to go down that route in the first place. And it's like in my head, and it doesn't make sense, but in my head, if I commit to being a family vlog, we've got to do family vlog stuff. And I know that's not true, but I can't break that. I can't disconnect that in my mind, and I don't know why. So I actually think for my own sanity, I'll benefit from the switch back to Kevin Chapman, because if the channel's just called Kevin Chapman, then that doesn't have any connotations along with it. That's just, this is a guy called Kevin Chapman who makes YouTube videos. At the moment, he does daily vlogs, but he could decide to stop doing daily vlogs at any time and do something else. And just the fact that rather than it being, this is a channel that does a specific kind of content, switching that around to being, this is a channel that this guy runs, and he makes whatever videos he feels like. I find that just the thought of that seems really liberating to me. And I don't imagine the content will change massively, but just switching that definition in my head from I'm Kevin, I'm part of the Chapman family, we make daily family vlogs, to I'm Kevin Chapman, I have a YouTube channel, and I make whatever videos I feel like whenever I want. That feels so much more fun and so much more creative, and will lead to much better content than this. So that leads me towards this as well. So that's another thing pushing me in that direction. And it's a shame that we've not hit 100,000 subscribers before doing this, because again, one of the big motivations for changing to the Chapman family when we did was we were flying at the time. And we thought we were maybe a month or two away from 100,000 subscribers. And I wanted the plaque from YouTube to say the Chapman family, because I thought that was a nice way to acknowledge to everyone else that it wasn't just me. I needed their help. They've been brilliant. We all deserve the plaque, not just me. But I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and we're not hitting that speed again. And I don't think I can wait. I can't leave it until March just to get a nice plaque, but put our income at risk and keep myself stuck in this creative block that I've been in. So I think that's what is going to happen. It will happen at some point over the next day or two. I am going to redo the channel art and the intro and all that kind of stuff as well. There might be a little bit of crossover where it doesn't quite make sense, but it will all, within a week or two, everything will settle down. The channel will be Kevin Chapman again, and the daily vlog continues. I enjoy daily vlogging, but I think for me it will be, if the channel's called Kevin Chapman and it's clear to everyone, because in my head it's always been clear it's my daily vlog, and it just happens to have other people in sometimes. But I think if it's clear to everybody, if I'm not fielding that question every day, oh Kev, why hasn't Andy been on the videos for 4 days? Well, because he didn't do anything interesting for 4 days, so I didn't put him in a video. You know, he didn't want to be on. And all when his face is on the banner and his name's on the banner and it's a family channel, it's harder to justify not including him or not including Lucy or not including Anna. Whereas if the channel's called Kevin Chapman, it's my face on the thumbnail, my face on the banner, and it's advertised as me, then you know what to expect when you come to the channel. When you come to the channel, you'll get a video about me, about my day, and sometimes you'll get the rest of the family in it, but it won't be all the time. And I think that's a better balance for what the channel actually is. Certainly looking forward, Anna's got an incredibly busy year ahead of her, where she's working on her dissertation. She's got multiple exams. She's still working. She's still Andy's carer as well. She's started looking for jobs to start her career at the end of university. So realistically, I don't know that there's going to be a time where Anna's going to be available to be on the vlog every day again, because she's either going to be at uni, working on a dissertation, or starting her career. And she's going to be working with the police. She probably shouldn't be on a YouTube channel, or at least not face above the door, regular part of it. She can be a YouTuber's partner who's on the vlog sometimes, but she doesn't need to be in every video. And I don't need to, not force her, because I don't ever force her in, but sometimes the idea of her being in the vlog is a little bit forced. I'll bring her in even though she doesn't really feel like it, but she doesn't mind, and just so that she makes an appearance. And that's going to stop. Lucy's obviously gone off to university, so she's barely on anyway. And then Andy and Amy will be on just as much as they are now, because I'll spend just as much time with them as I do now. So to me, it all makes sense. I think it should lead to my brain sorting itself out and getting back to normal, because the last week or so's content has been weird. So we'll get back to some normal content and hopefully protect ourselves from the risk of being caught up in all this nonsense when January comes around. There's still every chance we might get caught up in it, but I think it's much less likely if I'm not jumping up and down going, look at me, I'm a family vlogger too. That's my theory. I know that's been a long waffly video, but I needed to get it off my chest. I think just the act of talking all that out has helped break down some of those creative barriers in my head. So fingers crossed, we should be back to our best from tomorrow. Not just back to daily vlogging, back to our best, back to doing what we do well, which is making good videos, hopefully. I'll let you judge for yourself tomorrow. But I know it's been a long one. I apologise for rambling. Hopefully you've made it through to the end. And if you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.